So when I was 2, I was ran over by a lawnmower. My father ran me over, and it led to 9 weeks in the hospital. And I spent 3 in Huntsville, and then the 6 at the children's hospital. 6 weeks at the children's hospital. So that's whenever, the big turning point in my life happened. So I think after rehab, barely had a walking leg. It was just like a stiff little pole that I was walking on. And I was just getting taught how to I was relearning how to walk, and hobble what I thought was a run. So I always wanted to play football because my oldest brother played, and I think that's what caused one of my older brothers to play as well. And in 3rd grade, I was on the sidelines watching him play his freshman year up to his senior year. And he's always I've just looked up at him because I always wanted, that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to be like him. But I could never play football due to my amputation with all those constant surgeries that I was having. So I just had to, I was just watching from the sideline most of the time. I just felt left out because all the kids in my grade, they were all playing football, and I didn't like being left out. Nobody likes being left out, so I just I played t-ball, and I had a substitute football with baseball, so that's what I went with.
So how long did you play baseball?
Played baseball up until my 6th grade year. So I got hit with the baseball and I quit. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So my friends joined the track team 8th grade year. And I kind of set out, had surgery. So I was in the surgery was through the summer. So I was just watching them when I was sitting out through activities. So my friends, they're on the track team. I don't think anyone went to state, but they were all developing. And then freshman year, I got talked into doing track by one of my friend's boss, and he just, he asked me what's it gonna hurt you to run track? So then I decided to join the track team, and that's where I found that passion that's I guess created me. So at first my first track meet, I kind of felt just it was targeted because all eyes were on me. I was the only runner. Everybody kind of went to a pause. They all just saw me run. They were watching me, and it was kind of all that attention. I didn't like it being so young, And then I kind of felt like I cared what they thought, and I just didn't know if I was going to face any backlash for running by myself or being whatever. And then it ended up being some kind of, hey, this kid, inspiration, and I read the comments, they were all talking about me. And I started looking at it a different way. Then I got told I was going to state, but I felt the type of way because, it felt like I was just, getting the easy way, because I was automatically qualified for state. I was the only person in the state that was running by themselves. And kids talked, right? But then I realized that, not everybody goes through, it's not every day somebody goes through what I've been through, And then I just realized that I've overcame, the setback, and that's when I started, just embracing it. So I think I realized what started noticing me was when I'd go to track meets and they'd be yelling at me from the infield, or they'd be saying my name, and I'd look around and they'd be waving at me, and then I'd greet them back, and it felt good seeing that, some people hey, this is kind of cool, this kid's, running. At the time, I had a walking leg. So, I mean, my freshman year, that's whenever, towards the back stretch of the season, that's when everybody started, I think, noticing and seeing that inspiration. So I competed my freshman year, the entirety of my freshman year, in a walking leg made for older people with, those disabilities. And I think, well, after my state track meet, my freshman year, I got a call from a coach, and she said that these people in Nashville, amputee blade runners, that they wanted to help me. They wanted to, give me a chance to run in a blade and see what that felt like. So when they described to me that I was running on that, just a straight leg, it was kind of like a Ferrari build with like a Honda Civic engine. That's what they described it as. And then they shipped over a blade after some moldings that we did. And so that state meet my freshman year was May 4th or something like that. And then I got the leg in August, the blade leg. So, I mean, it was just like a little attachment that me and my brothers attached on, and we took it down to the street and we ran in it. As it was a new learning experience. So the blade gave a bit more give than I expected. I was totally out of control. I had to practice hopping on like a kitchen towel, see how many times I could sustain the force that I put on my leg enough to give. And I was terrible at it. I was losing balance, and it was something I had to work on. If I really wanted to make those dreams that I had come true, I had to put some effort into controlling the blade, I'd say. I'd say, going back to my younger days, my brother graduated valedictorian from Hollywood High School, and he got a scholarship to Alabama. So growing up, he would take me to some football games, and even way back when, I was just an Alabama fan. Like when I had those like legs back when I was younger, I'd would get graphic designs on them, and they'd be like an Alabama pattern, or red, white. I mean, oval. I was sort of saying red, white, and blue. Oh my gosh, it would have been like the Crimson Tide, and we just get these cool designs on them. So I think that's what sparked when I had the opportunity to go run Alabama, take it to the next level, going back to my brother, being at the same school. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm thankful for my family right here. Yeah. They do everything for me. I wouldn't be up here if it weren't for them. My mom right here. So today, when I signed my national letter of intent, that's the first time my family's been together, and for like something that big. I mean, we've all showed up to the house to, mom cooks. So we all love her food. So that's like the biggest thing that we've all been together for. And so I mean, it felt wonderful to have my family sitting there. The siblings that have supported me, and my mom especially. I think the positive takeaway would be that I've set out that goal, and I've truly dedicated my all to achieve that, and that if you really want something, you'll work hard to get it. This is just a milestone that I've reached, I'd say. and I plan on setting bigger and better goals for my journey at Alabama.